Hello, we're back again. This is Dark Rambler, continuing the Age of Decadence playthrough with Dracula, Vlad the Impaler. We're now going to investigate an area in Mataran known as the Abyss. It's kind of an eerie place. It's a dangerous place. And as we go in, we're not going to actually be inside of the Abyss per se. It's a sort of a outer area. We'll have a brief conversation with someone. There's people watching. There's a guy here. He's selling trinkets that he says guarantee protection, which of course I will not buy his trinket, but I will ask him a little bit about his journey into the Abyss, and he tells us some information about someone named Anarian, and it's good to know that because that gives us a little bit of a clue as we go in to this area, to this mysterious area, to unlock its secrets. And for the sake of time, I will leave this guy speed mostly through the dialogue. Okay, so before you come here, you want to make sure you have the respirator, which can be found with a lock-picking skill of 4 in the well, in the slums. And you want at least one power core or module, I guess. Yeah, that's what they're called. We got 4 of them. As long as I have this, I'm good to go. And what I will actually do is I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I will begin to actually read most of the dialogue, because that's mostly what it is. Not a lot of action, but it's really good storyline. Let's take a look. The fog envelops you, so thick you can hardly see to place one foot in front of the other, and with it an absolute hush, leaving only the sound of your own breath. After your first couple steps, you begin to wonder how anyone can find their way at all, and as if responding to your thoughts, the fog begins to recede, allowing you to see at least some of your surroundings. Won't read it all. The path is easy enough to follow, and you keep walking until you are able to discern the mounds alongside you are bones, not skeletons as such, but piles of disconnected human bones in such numbers you cannot even hazard an estimate of the number of dead. I'll examine the area. The only object of interest is a big broken stone block protruding from the ground to your right. A barely visible letter M is scratched on the surface. You examine the area carefully but fail to find out any other letters. Actually, what that is, that's the man in Aryan who came in here. It's turned sideways. It looks like an M. It's actually an E, and I guess in Cyrillic or something. Okay, we'll go. You follow the path for a while, and as you stumble on a broken column half buried in the rubble, lightning strikes a few feet away, the instant clap of thunder deafening you. Blinking furiously, you stagger back as a white fireball appears, hovering in the air before you. For a moment, the entire area is flooded with eerie light, then it explodes. Deafened, blinded, burned, you manage to get up. Examine. After a careful search, you're convinced that the only object of interest is the half-buried column. You continue to pick your way through the rubble until your ears prick up at an unpleasant groaning sound ahead. You come upon an erect cross of heavy timber. A man is hanging from the structure on 4 great black nails, and he is still alive, moaning loudly. "Kill me," begs the man, looking down at a sudden weight pulling on your hand. You realize you are holding a sword. Yeah, if he's in that much pain, let's give him what he wants. You lunge forward and a killing thrust, and the man falls free as if magically released from his bonds. Slowly he gets up, takes a few unsteady steps, and walks off into the fog. Suddenly dizzy, you fall to your knees. You close your eyes for a moment, and when you open them, you are lying under the cross. Where the man had been, a skeleton now hangs. It is yellow with age and has hung undisturbed for a very long time. We'll continue. You walk on until a grim shadow resolves into a cairn of skulls among ruins. As you come closer, you find your fears fading, to be replaced by a deep, encompassing calm. "I envy them," a voice whispers to you from behind. You spin. Although you can see 100 meters behind you along the path, a man has somehow appeared only a few feet away. His manner is easygoing and relaxed, as if you were two travelers exchanging a few friendly words before continuing on your way. Why? They have found peace, or peace has found them. Either way, what about you? What do you seek? Me, knowledge. The Magi were obsessed with knowledge. Where are they now? You suggesting men should live in ignorance, better live in ignorance. Men should know their limits, but the best scholars never do. And then the man's gone. I will look around. I will continue. It takes a lore, I believe, of 7 to continue this far. So now we're entering a little bit more dangerous area, and here we go. I will read. Although the path is perfectly level, your breathing becomes strained, and the air thick and heavy in your lungs. Weak and disoriented, head pounding, you're forced to stop. You vaguely recall that you're searching for some kind of mark, but you can't remember why. When you study your surroundings, you find that you can't focus on anything. The details of the landscape swirl around you, blending together in a confused blur. We will use the breathing apparatus. Okay, and nothing. We will use a power tube. Now we're good. On the verge of losing consciousness, you grab the precious power tube with shaking fingers and push it into the right slot. Suddenly, the twin drums come to life, whirring and humming. At first, you feel nothing at all, but within a few seconds, the pain goes down and it gets a bit easier to breathe. The dizziness and the swirling stop, and you see the last mark. And what do we have? An opening in the ground. And it's large enough for you to get in. A dark hole in the bottom of the ground, another crater. Sign me up. Okay, not so much reading here. Maybe so, but look, 30 skill points. If I didn't have the 8 intelligence, I think I may get something like, 24, 25. But we need all we can get, and this will help us. And we're in a room. I'm going to sum this up. You're looking in a tank, and what you see is a humanoid figure inside of it. There's a body submerged in some murky liquid. Only the face is plainly visible, and it isn't human. And I will talk to it, and it will actually, it's not dead, and it's going to send me visions. I will be find myself appearing to stand in the desert, talking to someone who asks me if I'm ready. Ready for what? Excellent. The path you will have to walk won't be easy, but I know you will do well and endure the trials. We wouldn't have chosen you otherwise. And the man continues to talk, and he talks about having a lot of pain coming. But you are a soldier, Galath. You know better than anyone that there is no gain without pain, and you will have to gain a lot. Galath? Okay, so basically that's the name of the person in the tank, the creature, when the creature was once human. He's been changed, basically. Why did you show it to me? And now you see a vision. He was actually changed inside of a healing chamber. You're beginning to find out that there was a lot more to this ancient civilization than what we previously thought. And I will skip a lot of the dialogue. And this is how a man who was once named Galath became the creature that is in the tank. And when I ask him, what he is, basically, to sum it up, is a vision of floating in darkness beyond light or hope. And it's suffering. It's in the tank, and people have imprisoned it in the tank, and they're looking through the glass. This is in the past, and they're smiling to each other. And so I'll examine the console. Failure. You tinker around for a while, but are forced to admit the machines are far beyond your understanding. Okay, don't meddle with it. But let's go to the character screen. We have 33 general skill points, and this is where I want my lore, right here at 8. Maybe for the rest of the game, who knows? I may raise it later. If I try the console again, I will actually pass, and it's beyond my understanding. But I'm able to monkey around with it, and I can either power it up or shut it down, or I can leave it alone for now, and that's what I would prefer to do. But before I leave, I'll actually examine these scrolls. It will take the perception level that I've got now to even know that something's here or to be able to have a success. And basically, to decipher this, the creature in the tank has some psychic powers, limited, that actually extend to within about a mile range. And the people who imprisoned it are very worried about it. They left it where it's at, but they left it alive. So, I'll read this part. This is people talking from the past. We have disabled 3 transformers to induce a coma, yet the manifestations remain, leading to speculation that Galath, or what was once Galath, does not control nor even understand his new abilities. Like a newborn's mind in control of an adult body, he is unaware of what he can do, yet he is still able to haphazardly control it with his mental impulses given time. I can read more. And they talk about a place which we will be looking for in the future, Al-Akia. It holds many secrets. It's not the main temple that we're looking for, but it's got a lot of weirdness with it. They're worried about him and they're worried about his powers. Don't know why they didn't kill him, but for now, we'll leave him be. If we look over here and examine this machine, we're given an option of destroying it, destroying the creature, or leaving it alone. I really want to think about which path to take. So, with a lore now of 8, there are things we can do at other places. And as long as we do not go to Ganazar, I can't repeat that enough, this place will still be open for me to come in here and make a decision and get more skill points. With either decision that Vlad the monstrous Impaler makes, he'll get a nice batch of skill points like he just got. So what I want to do, okay, I can't access the world map until I leave. I came here to get skill points to raise my lore. I'll return to the slums, and from there I will investigate one of the previous areas that I warned against going into until my character was able to handle the challenges that were there. So, what I'm going to do is, let's see, what do we have? Carry weight is good. Let's go explore this village known as Inferior. Yes. As we go into the village, we'll find people, and they will direct the character to go inside of a hut. And inside the hut, you will find a wise woman by the name of Azra. I don't know, I call her a wise woman because she's basically right about what she says. Well, she says in a low, raspy voice, "Look what the wind blew in. So what am I supposed to do with you?" And I'm like, why should you do anything? What do you do when your garden sprouts weeds? So this is your garden. Like I said, I try to cut out all the dialogue here. And she wants to know what I'm doing here. And when I tell her I'm looking for the Temple of Thor Agoth, she will not be very happy. And I will tell her I want the answers to questions. And she will basically say it holds a lot more than that. How do you know? And she will actually say that she went to the temple as a young girl, or young woman anyways, and there are relics that the gods had left that are best left buried. And I'm trying to poke a little information out of her. Now, I will fail this. No, actually, I'll pass it, but I will irritate her, and I'll simply end the conversation and leave. But it's important for people to, when they play through, if they get anywhere similar along this path, that that they explore the conversation. And I'm not going to do this again. I'm just going to leave. But upon leaving, I'm going to be grabbed. I don't have enough strength to fight them off. I will let them take me, and they're going to throw me into a hole, basically as a sacrifice. So they're not altogether innocent. The woman watches over us, but like I said, this whole world is basically an evil place within this game. Very few really good decisions, I think. And now I find that this evil dungeon is anything but dead and quiet. Okay, you see what looks like a stone demon. Yeah, he's basically a magic, part technological construct. And basically, I only need my very low sneak skill of 3 to get past him. And I'll still be able to deal with him. And I'll get a point for sneaking, and now I'm at the lower level. I'm going to explore. Okay, a console, and look at this, some kind of ball of energy. Strange. We're finding more and more things in the world that gives it a different picture. We have, a portal. Did we see a place like that before earlier? Yes, we did. If you've watched some of the previous episodes. So now, I'll examine it with the lore, which I have now. I can start it up or leave it alone, but there's no really getting out of here. I would have to fight about 20-30 people if I was able to climb out of this hole. So I'm going to start up, but I have the intelligence and the lower levels to stabilize that sphere of energy. But the stone demon above has now heard what I'm doing, and I hear footsteps coming from above. I gain another civil skill point, and I can run to the portal. I can get ready to fight, because I opened up that portal, that doorway I just looked at. Intelligence and lore, it seems you can activate some kind of defense mode, do it and hope for the best, and it releases a high energy burst. I survive, but I've just turned that village above into a ghost village. Killed everybody. Oops. Sorry. But we're talking about Vlad the Impaler here. It's not the first sinister move he's made, and it will not be the last. And I get some combat skill points without even doing combat for killing that stone demon, because he has something I want. He had to die. And I get 3 civil skill points. So yeah, this is not working out too bad. Well, it's not working out too bad for Vlad the Impaler, for everyone else around here. Horrible. Okay, now I just looted the body. He has some steel weapons, but it's the demon core. You will need this demon core. Vlad will need it in order to get into a place called Zamadi. We visited it, but we did not go into it. And so I found on this body a grappling hook. I will not use it here. I'm not going out. I'm actually going down. I'll use the grappling hook later. I'll do it at a place that is not on my map yet. Instead, we want to explore this mystery, don't we? And what do we have here? The portal is open. There's only one thing to do. Go through. Where will we find ourselves at? Actually, okay, and good. Look, 12 skill points. Nice. Okay, we're in a tower, and we're back in Mataran. We're on a tower. I'm going to go out and show you. This is actually the garden district where the nobles are. You have the merchant district over here. Back here, you have the arena where you fought. And then there'll be the slums, which you really can't see. So, there's an elevator which can take you down, but we don't want to go down yet. Let's go over here and let's examine this lamp. We saw a place like this at the bottom of that well in the slums. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going back through. I want to explore that other doorway. I will take that power tube. Over here, we find an artifact. We'll pick up the glove. Let's examine the glove. Okay, a strange metal glove of unknown purpose. It takes 3 tubes to power it up, which, what do you know, I have. And we will leave that be right now. And here is some scribbled writing on the wall that this person, this skeleton, when he was a person, Hastily written words. Balzar attacked, has fallen. He's too powerful. He's coming for you. I'll read the rest in the box. You must do it before it's too late. Don't hesitate, for the price we have already paid is too great. Wait any longer. There will be nothing left. Interesting. Interesting. So we have some knowledge. We have a new entity, something that we'll deal with later, named Balzar. We'll leave this minaret, top of the tower, and we'll find ourselves back on the ground in Mataran behind the arena. Pretty much a one-way trip. Now, I really want to do one more thing, because we have that large module. Here it is, large module. I'm going straight to the slums. We're going back to the well. I'm going to go back in. There's a doorway in here. We'll go down. We'll go deeper, go in, go left, go somewhere else, go left, go up, and here we are. Back where we were earlier. Several videos back. Let's see, we have our lower of 8. Lockpick at 4 should get us through what we need. Okay, I'll remove the protective cover, and hey, look, we have a place to go through and explore. I'll stay in my tidy whities for now, because I know what's there. We're in a strange chamber with the portal, a console which I don't know if we have enough lore and intelligence to deal with it. Try to figure out how to use it. No, almost had it. 1 or 2 more points of lore, I would have it. So here we have a tank. We have a door. In this tank, basically you have a decayed body in it. There's an eyeball, the bloated mass around it was once a face, the face of something not human. Strange. Okay, we have a door here. Can't open it. Maybe if I had the strength, but I don't have very much strength. There's another way to find what's on the other side of that door. I'll examine the shelves. I'll look at the place, and basically it's explaining that this was a medical facility. It was set up to treat the gods injured during the war. Interesting. It seems the guys were quite busy during the war. So, let's examine these vats. And there's some canisters, and I happen to grab a canister. I have now a medical canister. Who knows? It may come in handy. There's a machine. There's a strong box. I open it, got another civil skill point. This is a strange, softly glowing jar. I guess it would have something to do with this machine. A large sarcophagus, a misshapen rectangular container made of gray metal with strange cylindrical extensions sticking out at odd angles. I'll examine it. Automated medical machine. What will it do? I will run a scan. I can insert the canister and improve my strength, or insert the canister and improve my constitution. I want more constitution. 1 strength just won't do it. You know, not much of a benefit, but since I have a constitution of 6, yeah, I will go through with this, come out dizzy, get up, and my constitution has increased by 1. Nice, so now I have 45 hit points, and constitution is now at 7. Racked up a few points here lately. So haven't done that. What else is there to do but really leave? But there is a point that I will have an option to come back here later in the game. don't know if I'll need this tube for anything else. I really don't think I will, but I'll keep it with me. And I will leave. Swim back to the first chamber and go back to the surface. And so now we're getting into some of the strange things about this game. And it's my favorite part of the game, actually. Looking at the clock here, I think I'm going to go ahead and close this video for now, and we'll pick up the game in the next one. Thank you. This is Dark Rambler. Goodbye.